What's good? This is your girl. I am the Bronx Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Let's go get them. I give you permission to use my letter. Okay, I'm 22 years old and I have been with my boyfriend for 2.5 years now. When we first got together, it was all sparks. We were the fairy tale right out of a book. Everyone would comment on how great we were together. He's handsome and educated. He's focused. Family is important to him. He doesn't gossip. His words are everything. He doesn't cheat. He cooks. He cleans. He's polite and considerate. He's honest and open and true to himself. He will fight for me and defend me. He is a hard worker. He is not spiteful. He respects me. She goes on and on and on. I'm going to go ahead and summarize it because most of the letter is how fabulous he is. Let's get to the point. He was perfect for me. I saw myself in him. This all changed a few months ago. He was arrested and sent away for 3 months for a case that he had when he was a young teenager. His grandmother passed away a few months after that, and then his uncle passed away shortly after that, and then 2 of his friends passed away as well. After this, things began to change. He was totally different. He lost all respect for me. He would curse at me, yell at me, no matter where we were or who was around. It was so embarrassing. I couldn't go anywhere with him. His attitude did a complete 180. Every other word was the F-bomb. I work and he lost his job due to his company going out of business, but he is seeking employment. So he constantly wants money. I have no problem giving him money because what is mine is his. I'm gonna get you together for that statement. I promise you. What is mine is his. And he would leave me broke without a care in the world. If I was unable to give him money, it was like World War III in the house. He always wants and never gives. His word no longer holds meaning. Every time someone makes him mad, he would take it out on me. She goes on and on about how he has changed so much since all this stuff had happened to him, all this tragic events had happened to him, and she doesn't know what she should do. She's saying that she feels sometimes that she is praying wrong, and she wants me to tell her exactly what she should be praying for and any advice that I could give her towards helping her relationship. Now, girl, okay, I have to first get you together about the statement that irks me the most, and that is what is mine is his. Did you not say this man was your boyfriend? This isn't your husband, right? Right. So what's yours is yours, okay? And what's his is his. Why the whole thing about living together and doing all these things before you get married, and the old folks call it playing house. This is not your husband. I know you guys live together and it's almost like we married, but you're not married. And you sleep in the same room, and you guys, you have the same bills, you share bills. He has meals that come to your house, and it's almost like we're married. And all this stuff is almost like we're married, but you're not married. Okay? You have no ring on your finger. You have no commitment. There is no paperwork for you down at the courthouse. Stop acting like you're this man's wife. This type of loyalty is wife loyalty. And even to a certain extent, that has to get cut out as well, which I'm going to get to that in a minute. My whole thing is, what I want you to first get, this is not your husband. You owe this man nothing. Stop putting up with somebody treating you like this, especially when the brother is just your boyfriend. Boyfriends are not husbands. They're not fiancés. They are men who you are auditioning to see if they could possibly be a husband. If it doesn't work, you break up. I've done so many of these strawberry letters and they have the same kind of theme, all this extra overboard, over the top commitment to boyfriends. The boyfriends are, I hate to say it this way, but I'm going to be blunt because a lot of you who watch me are in your you're in your early 20s. Boyfriends are disposable to a certain extent. And I don't get it twisted. Don't get mad at me yet. Let me break this down. You are not obligated to a boyfriend. You're supposed to have boyfriends. These are just guys that you're dating that you have a step up from just dating. There is a certain level of exclusivity, a certain level of commitment, but that's not your husband. And I want you guys, the younger women, my younger 20-year-old women, 2022, I want you guys to realize this. If you are in a relationship with a boyfriend and it's not working out, and you already realize before you even, thank goodness you haven't gotten married to this person, and it's not working out, you know in your heart that this is not who you want to be with, you are okay to break up with them. I don't know why women, it's not men typically, but women feel this sense of obligation, like you owe it to them. And you owe a boyfriend nothing. My daddy actually told me years ago, I talked to you guys about this before, years ago. I wanted to break up with this guy, but I didn't because I felt sorry for him. He kept trying to make me feel like I was all he had in the whole world. His mom wasn't around. His dad passed away. And he kept trying to make me feel like I was all he had. And if I left him, he'd have nothing. And I felt sorry for him. And my daddy told me very bluntly, if he had found somebody, he would have dropped you in a minute if he found somebody else. And that mentality stuck with me. I don't owe anybody anything. If it's not working out, it's not working out. Now, what I think with this particular situation is, I think you are in love with who he used to be. And that becomes a problem when what he used to be is completely different from who he is. You can't be in love with the former man. You have to be in love with the present man. Now, I know he used to treat you like this and he used to treat you like that, but he doesn't treat you like that anymore. Right now, he is disrespecting you on so many levels. He wants money from you. He talks down to you. You said that he curses you out no matter who's around. For the slightest little thing, he takes his anger out on you. If he's mad with somebody else, he takes it out on you. He is using you as a verbal punching bag. And I know that you love him. You love who he used to be. And you're hanging in there and you're holding on for the slight chance that he'll go back to being that man again. But what steps have you made and what steps has he made to regain who he used to be? I suggest that you tell him, look, you are so different from who you used to be that I barely even recognize you. I'm with you because I love you, but I'm getting tired of this. Now, I understand and I sympathize with the fact that you have lost your grandmother and your uncle and 2 friends close to you. And I understand that this type of anger is a part of grieving. But you're going to have to speak to somebody about this, because using me as a punching bag because you are hurt is not working. I love you, but I do not love you more than I love myself. I love myself enough to say that even though I love you, I can't be with you if you're going to treat me like this. So either you get the counseling that you need to deal with your anger problems, or it's over. Because you will not continue to speak to me all kind of way. And if you ever curse me out again, it's going to be a problem. But this whole just kind of like, he going through a lot. And you didn't even tell me how long you have been enduring this. It couldn't have been me, honey. Don't get me wrong, I'm sympathetic to the fact that he lost his grandmother and his uncle and his friends. And like I said, I understand that that is a part of grieving. When you're grieving, you go through denial and anger, and you go through so many different stages of grief. And anger is one of those stages. And that just sounds like that's where he is. But he needs to speak to somebody about that. You can pray that God will help him to work on that anger. And pray that God will show him a mirror and show him how he's being towards you, and show him how he's coming across, how he's treating people. Show him how much he's changed. Show him that the man that he is now is barely recognizable from the man that he used to be. You can pray for all of those things. But let me tell you this, just because you can pray about these things doesn't mean you have to stay with someone. But it's important for you to realize that you can love someone, but never, ever, ever more than you love yourself. You can never do that. And to me, a woman shows that she loves a man more than she loves herself when she allows him to treat her like a doormat. But I love him because I love him. Oh, he's cheated on me several times, but I'm still here because I love him. Oh, he beats me and I stay because I love him. Like, stop. When are you going to love you? At some point, you have to take responsibility for this particular situation that you're in, because anybody will only do what you allow. You have allowed all of this. If you don't want to give the brother any money, you don't have to give him you owe him nothing. You can love someone and still owe him nothing. You can love him and say, I love you enough for me to say, I'm going to step away from this situation because I feel like I'm not helping. You're not getting any better. In fact, you're getting worse. Maybe we should take some time apart until you can figure out exactly how you feel. Because telling me you love me and then cursing me out and demeaning me and belittling me and treating me like you have been treating me, it doesn't line up. Don't tell me you love me. Show me. Some of you women have to get to the point where you make a man show you. Forget the words. Anybody can say words. Anybody can say, well, baby, I love you. Brother, I need you to prove it. You better prove it by making sure, you better watch how you talk to me. If I talk to you with respect and I treat you like a king, you better treat me like a queen. This is a reciprocal relationship. You get what you give. You're not going to curse me out and I'm calling you baby and sweetie and I'm giving you everything I can. I'm giving you all that I have, and all you're giving me is a hard time. Love him enough to walk away from him if necessary. Love yourself enough to say that I will no longer tolerate being treated other than the way that I know that I deserve. Don't fall for the whole, I know he loves me. Make him prove it. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to thumbs up. Till next time, deuces, honey.